sip and take it on. Coffee, coffee company, yeah, oh yeah, it's the coffee company. Whoa, it's the coffee company. Whoa, coffee,
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to your place of chill. It is the Coffee Company. It is Tuesday, the 13th of January, and it is a very wet 10 degrees centigrade. We're here. It feels like 7, but it is shockingly bad out there today. But it's all fine because tomorrow I'm having a bit of a break. We've taken a bit of a break away from the computer again. We're going to have a bit of a relax. We're going to do some nice skiing and we're going to have some fun for the next couple of days. But we're here to have a chill chat like we always do. Bit of clickbait as well, because it's great. Clickbait gets people clicking, and that's what we need. We need people clicking. Normalize using clickbait and telling people that you're doing it rather than doing a bogus title and then just not talking about it. Like, this is unreal, or this is a joke, or this is no joke. Like one of those big, weird titles that people say, oh my, no, you're all using clickbait. Normalize it. Puff out the chest and say, yes, I use clickbait. But we got some really good news today. Well, we got it in last night from Fabrizio Romano and, of course, David Ornstein, which is in regards to Conor Gallagher, former Chelsea captain and current Atletico Madrid player. It is a here we go from Fabrizio Romano to Tottenham Hotspur Football Club for 40 million euros. So we're going to call that 35 million pounds. This is a brilliant signing for Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. This is a brilliant signing. English, so homegrown quota straight away. 35 million quid. Experienced Premier League footballer. And if you look at the stats, in the last 4 years in the Premier League, he was in the top 5 for every statistic going. Every statistic, he was in the top 5. 25 years old, leadership material, fights, wears his heart on his sleeve. Brilliant signing for 35 million quid. Brilliant signing. That's a great signing. That's what Tottenham fans need. Miles better than any of our midfielders. Miles better. Miles better. And I think Paolini is great. Miles better than any midfielder Tottenham Hotspur have at this football club. So I'm not going to call out for people to be losing their minds over getting a 35-year-old English player that's homegrown with experience. That's everything you want in a signing. Sensible signing. Sensible. But without further ado, let's see who's in. Correct. Let's see who's in the chat. But firstly, Tango, we're not going to talk like this in my chat. Please. This is not how we operate here. You all know this is not how we operate at the Coffee Company. At all. This is not how we operate here. We have a nice, reasonable discussion. Let's not call people clueless. Let's not do this. Let's not act like this. This is not how we act in my channel. This is not how we act in my chat. This is not how we act here. Full stop. But people did praise it. Some people we had Antonio Conte and it didn't go well. So you never know. But 16 months is a long time. No, I'm not asking you to toe the line. I'm asking you to be reasonable. Massively different thing. Come in here and you call everyone clueless off. That's not how we operate here. This is not how we operate. You know, you've been in this chat many a time. This is not how we operate here. So, I don't understand it. We got the number one Agenbar in the world. Good to see you, buddy. We got Swifties in the house. Good to see you. Tottenham on tour will be back at some point. We'll be back at some point when Brian gets stuff together. When Brian is back. When Brian is back and ready to go, we will be back. But I'm just doing my own thing here at the Kauffie Company. The Kauffie Company has to. We have to. We're a small business. We have to consider. We can't just go on hiatus unless we have to. We have to keep going as long as we can. We have Ian Ferguson, YouTube member. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. Andrew Gregory, YouTube member. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. YouTube members. Good to see you. We got Nyes in the house. Good to see you. So an afternoon, Benny. Good to see you, miss. Hopefully you're well. We got Billy. I agree with this. It might not work out. But as a signing, if we're signing the player with the statistics he's got, he'll be a very good signing. He's an upgrade on everyone we've got. Miles better than Bentancur, miles better than Sarr, miles better than Bergvall at this moment in time. I like Bergvall as a footballer, but he's a kid. It's a sensible signing. We got a Tavakron and Wembley one. Good to see it. It's still Enoch. It is still Enoch. We don't know, but it's a good signing. It's a good signing. It's a solid signing. Yes, we're not doing that. Up the clickbait. Up the clickbait. We got, yep, indeed. Snow joke. We got Angus is in the house. Good to see her. Saying big up, Benny boy. Hopefully you're well. Firstly, happy birthday to Mr. Angus. I want everyone to give Angus a happy birthday. Big up our favourite Arsenal fan in the chat, other than Vindaloo and the other ones, and Vinny. We've got loads of them, but big up to Angus. Happy birthday to you, sir. Hopefully you have a good evening as well. Yeah, £35 million for a 25-year-old English. Remember, English taxes as well. Remember, English tax. English tax. I've not been on YouTube the last 5 years, Tango. I've not been on YouTube. That's just a silly statement. What do you mean? Just how? What? What? Just behave, please. Behave. That's just being silly. Every crap signing. I've not even been on YouTube for 5 years. So how can you know that about... What is this? This is just silly now. Come on. Yep. My other half is laying down the law. She is in charge, as you all know. She is in charge. Good to see you, my honey bunny. Hopefully you're having a lovely day at work. It's a possibility, isn't it? It's a possibility. It's a possible. He absolutely loved him at Chelsea. It's one of the reasons Pochettino resigned from Chelsea is they sold Conor Gallagher. Make of it if you will. Make of it if you will. We have Mr. Jason Bell. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. Hopefully you're well. Good to see you. We have Paul Clark's in the house. I'm happy with Gallagher. He's an upgrade on Bentancur. Cashing on Lodo now in the summer. I agree. I agree. Miles better than Bentancur. Miles better than Sarr. Both of those two can go now. Both of those two can go. Need another box-to-box midfielder. Need another box-to-box, but you need a box-to-box midfielder. He will instantly give us the energy in the engine room that we need. But yeah, it's another one. We got Darren Johnson's in the house. Good to see you. Saying people acting like we aren't. Look, yeah, we could get a progressive midfielder as well. We can get a progressive midfielder as well. It's something we can do, but you need an engine room. You need players that can run with the ball. Let me find them. Progressive part. This season alone, 94% of completed forward passes. So he does like to pass the ball forward, and he completes them 94% of the time. He's got 13% progressive passes, but you wouldn't expect that from a box-to-box midfielder anyway. But you can get that. And progressive carries as well is a thing that Conor Gallagher likes to do. Progressive carries, something we need. We haven't got a midfielder that can grab hold of the ball and move it up the pitch. You need a progressive midfielder as well. I totally agree. You need one of those. But you need someone that can hold on to the ball and run forward with it. You need to be able to drag a ball up the pitch. We're not Barcelona. We're not going to be playing... We're not going to be playing tiki-taka football, one touch, two touch, passes all going for. It's not how Spurs are going to operate. It's not how Spurs operate. But yes, everyone's saying happy birthday. Yeah, that's we'll talk about Xabi Alonso in a minute. Because what's happened there is crazy. We got Roz's in the house. Congratulations to you for passing your driving test. Congratulations. Fair play passing your driving test. Passed mine too recently. Had to do the whole thing again as mine after letting it go out passed first in 2011. Yeah. But good for you, mate. Good for you for passing again. Yeah, it's a difficult thing to do, passing your driving test. It's a difficult thing to do. Yeah, we can drive. We can all drive. Indeed. My only worry about bringing in Gallagher is that our tackles will still hide. We have midfielders who barely make progressive passes, but they rarely have a target. Yes, it is a problem as well. We need another midfielder like a Ruben Neves type, like a Locatelli type that's going to get hold of the ball and spray passes across the pitch. You do need that as well. But we've made a sensible signing for the money. For 35 million pounds for an English midfielder. An English midfielder that's going to be a leadership candidate in that team as well. I think it's going to be very sensible. I see Saar, Basuma and Benz could yes, get all three of those out. All three of them can go. All of them. I said it. I did. I'll say it. Aston Villa didn't offer a big enough package. PSR reason is the main reason because Villa offered a loan with an obligation to buy for 35 million euros. We have obviously gazumped that with a permanent deal we have given them a permanent deal for 40 million euros. So we've given them more money and we've got him off their books. Gallagher obviously wants to be playing football, which is another reason he probably didn't want to go to Aston Villa because they've got some stacked midfielders. They've got some stacked midfielders in the Tielemans. They've got John McGinn. They've got Morgan Rogers, who's more of a number 10, can play in that number 8 position as well. They've got the guy they bought from Everton. I can't remember his name, but he's a great player. They've got a stacked midfield, and of course Conor Gallagher's going to want regular playing time so he can get in that England team, which is fair enough. It's fair enough, but. Of course, you've said we got F. Sanks in the house. Good to see you. This is a great signing for Spurs. Finally, someone Danny Rose does not need to Google. Indeed, he's miles better. He's miles better than that's the one. Onana. What's his name? Indeed, good player as well. Good player. Amadou Onana. Strong mentality. Hopefully he'll make himself a leadership candidate. Leadership candidate. Fighters. We just need a couple more progressive passes of the ball as well, and that'll be great. Possibly as well. It's very possible as well. Very possible. But keep the protest going then, guys. Keep it going. if a protest gets people Spurs buying players, keep on protesting. It's what we got to do. Gallagher and Paulinho, I'm drooling over the energy and work rate. Yeah, they work hard. They work hard. They'll put their foot on it. They'll go into they'll fly into tackles. One of the things that Conor Gallagher is great at is his interceptions as well. So it's good. People that will put their foot in. You do need that. You need players that work hard. You need it. We got Auntie Kate's in the house. Good to see you saying afternoon, Benji. Good to see her in the house. Hopefully you're feeling slightly better. I think we've all had a bit of the lurgy recently. But hopefully you're well. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Oh, of course, I'll always send messages. I'm not the sort of person that does public messages of saying happy birthday to people. But I try and send. If I can get there, I'll try and say messages. But happy birthday again, mate. We have the too much. I believe this is Cookie. Good to see you, Cookie. Hopefully you're well. Great to see you in the house. What does everyone think of this transfer? Do they think it's a good signing? Do they think it's not a good signing? Why? I'm very happy with this signing. I think it's it's a sensible engine room signing that will bring a 7 out of 10 performance. That's what Spurs need. As I've said it. Spurs don't need world beaters. Spurs do not need world beaters. We just need better players. We just need better. Because our midfield in particular, our midfield is shit. They can't hold on to the ball. They can't pass the ball. They don't get into tackles. They lose the ball too often. They've got no energy, no consistency. That's what you need. So, if we're there, let's say our midfield's here, because I think our midfield was there. Gallagher's there. Gallagher's there. We don't need there. We need better. And then, can we upgrade one of our number 10s? Can we upgrade them? Make everyone make them little by little better, because we're not going to go from a team that finished 17th last year to getting world beaters. Yes, we're playing Champions League football, but we got to get little by little we get better. We can't expect jumps. We're not going to get massive jumps. If we call up a top player and say, would you like to come to Tottenham? They're going to be like, no, you're 13th, mate. You're 13th. I don't want to join a team that's 13th, that finished 17th. Yes, you won the Europa League. Brilliant. You won the Europa League. Brilliant. Amazing. I want to be finishing regularly in the top 4. Regularly. Want to be there regularly. The top players will join top teams. We've gone for top players. Eberechi Eze is one. We've gone for Nkapie. We've gone for good players in the past, and they've said no to us because we're not consistent enough over a Premier League season. We've got to be more consistent before we get those world beaters in. We're going to get the next step down, or possibly because we finished 17th last year, the next step down, we just need better. We just need better. Indeed, we do need more Cookie. Not yet. I wouldn't make him captain yet. Possibly not. I think there are more people. We'll see. We'll see how he does. Get in there. Good on you. Good on you, Auntie Kate. I think he will play on Saturday. I don't think he will start, but I think he will be in and around the squad. We're not good enough to get world beaters. Indeed, I agree with you, Mike Zappa. Totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. More. Must try harder, honey. Must try harder. We don't need world beaters. We just need better. We need better players. Because let's have a look at it before we might decide to go on to a different conversation because I'm bored of talking about football already. We need a better left back. We need a better right back because as much as I like Pedro Porro, Jed Spence is not good enough to challenge him going forward. He can't cross a ball. So Jed Spence is not good enough to challenge Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro is playing well too many games because no one can challenge him. Udogi's never fit. We need a much better left back. We need a much better left winger. And Tell has been really good the last 3 games. Last 3 games, Tell has been very good. Brilliant. That's what we want to see. Improvement. Great. But we need a better left winger. Better. We need better. We need better players. We need better strikers. We need a better second striker than Randall Kolo Muani. I've seen enough from No Golo Muani, as James Flower likes to call him. He's not good enough. It's a shame. I thought he was going to do better. He's not good enough. Not good enough. Apparently, there's more business you're going to do. Alex Garcia from Leverkusen is a target. I don't know the player personally. I'll have to do some research if I get the time. I don't have the time to do anything anymore. But they are a Champions League club because they regularly qualify for it. We qualified it through winning a tournament, which is brilliant. I love winning trophies. Winning trophies is unbelievable. Best football night of my life. Best football night of my life, that Europa League. But we've got to be honest with ourselves. Got to be honest. I would give my left ear for a solid mid-table finish this season. That's where hopefully that's where we finish. Better. And then they get better next year. So improvement, constant improvement is what we want. Gallagher is much better than Sissoko. Sissoko was very good in the Champions League final season. Sissoko was brilliant. Of course, I don't think he's on the same level as a Conor Gallagher personally, but Sissoko did a job for a couple of years. No one was going to compete with Moussa Dembele in that team. Dembele and Wanyama were just awesome. They were awesome footballers. Montreal calling. Good to see Richard Bird. Hopefully you're well. The only ones who shouldn't truly have terms we are right now, and the likes of Mickey Kudus, Madison, Simmons. We're lucky to have players right now that how we have performed. Yeah. We'll have to see. I love Mickey van der Ven. I think he's great. But I think this season, which is funny because I think he's defended brilliantly. And if you look at the stats currently, there are better centre-backs in the Premier League this season than Mickey van der Ven. I think Mickey van der Ven is going to be a top player in his career. I think he's going to be a top player. He's got something that all world-class footballers have a trick. They have a trick. Mickey van der Ven has a trick. He's got an unbelievable trick. But he's got to evolve. You've got to have many tricks. To be a top-class player. Yeah, indeed. You have to be consistent. You've got to be regularly playing it. Of course, Spurs stopped the chance of getting those players because that's the way we operated at the time. We weren't buying those players. We weren't buying the level of player we needed. Instead of buying players that knocked the regular starters to the bench, we were signing backups. But the problem is we are now signing backups to play first. Like Tell, as much as I think the last 3 games has actually been very good, Tell is a backup. Odeber's a backup. Jed Spence is a backup. Ben Davis is a backup. Bergvall is a backup at the moment. Archie Gray is a backup at the moment. We're signing backups to play in our first team, and that's not acceptable. That's what we're doing. So we need to be signing players that get into that first team and knock those players down and make the players that should be backups, and the players that are not good enough to compete, sell them and get players that want to compete. It's competition. Squads are all about competition. You've got to be looking over the guy that's in yours and say, if you don't play well, I am taking your shirt. I'm taking it. I'm taking your squad number. We don't have that. I think Gallagher will drag the ball up the pitch. He will drag the ball up the pitch, meaning that Xavi does not have to drop so deep for the ball. I wouldn't say he was bad though. I'm gonna have some positives about Sissoko's time. Some of his performances that he'd made in the Champions League season, like Borussia Dortmund away, with when Harry Kane scored that brilliant goal against Dortmund. Ajax away, Sissoko was he made some good performances that last season, but it did degrade. He will just drag the ball up the pitch, which is what we need. Possibly not. But we've got to build a squad, Angus. We've got to build a rounded squad that want to be there. If Van der Ven doesn't want to be there, you've got to sell him. It's just the way it is, Angus. If he doesn't want to be there, you catch in on him. We're not going to convince... We can't just hold on and give... We can't give these players too much power. We've now seen, I know, Real Madrid, and comparing Real Madrid to Tottenham in anything but the colour of their kits is wild. But they've got a problem there now at Real Madrid that we will talk about in just a second before I move off of Tottenham. We cannot allow these players to run the asylum, which is what they want to do. They cannot allow the idiots to run the asylum. We don't want that. If Van der Ven wants to go, if an offer comes in from Barcelona for 70, 80 million, sell him. Sell him. We cannot have bad eggs in the camp. We need to have a squad that wants to be there, that's willing to fight for the badge. The players learnt last season that they could pull rank, not listen to the manager, do whatever they want and say, we're doing this and you can't say anything about it. The manager needs to be the boss. The manager might not be the right manager. The manager might be different next year. But players need to be chain of command. That's what we've got to have. Chain of command. But if we prove this getting a Garcia, I do like Akliouche. I think he's a good player. This is what Simmons does. He can't just do dropping deep and getting the ball at the pitch like Maddison. Maddison likes doing. Maddison's always been that sort of player though, that drops deep and spreads the ball. That he's got more of that traditional number 10 vibe. Simmons is a young player that's going to get there. I pulled a full Art Dragonite. I'm like, ooh, he could make a good centre midfielder. Okay, I'll shut up. No problem, mate. Always talk about Pokemon. Proper signing. I agree with you, Stephen. It's a solid signing. It's a good signing. Give me Arda Güler or Rodrigo, or I don't want Vinny Jr. as a top class player. He's top class. But we'll move on to Real Madrid now. Thank you, Angus, for allowing me to segue. Because Xabi Alonso. We've gone from Xavi to Xabi. Xabi Alonso. Apparently, he's on the way for the start of his medical today, Colin. Apparently, he's on the way here. I don't know when his flight is. I'm not going to track the flight. I'm not like that. I am now going to talk about Real Madrid, who Xabi Alonso, they say they've sacked him, but apparently he has resigned. Xabi Alonso has resigned from the head coach's position of Real Madrid yesterday. And on many reasons, the majority of the reason I think is Florentino Perez. Florentino Perez wanted one of his guys to be on Xabi Alonso's coaching staff, and he said, no, this is my coaching staff. I'm sticking with my guys. That's one of them. And one of the reasons, supposedly, according to some good sources, is that Xabi Alonso resigned because he could not stand the player power in the dressing room. Most notably, that Xabi Alonso was actually trying to be a good loser in terms of, not a good loser. He was trying to be sportsman. He's lost a final. It happens. But that Barcelona team was a brilliant team. They've got some great players. Xabi Alonso wanted to do a guard of honor, which is customary at every sporting event, every final. The losing team gives the winning team a guard of honor. It happened even at Spurs Man United. Man United gave us a guard of honor. And most notably, Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. would not give the Barcelona players a guard of honor. For me, that's really bad sportsmanship. It's really bad sportsmanship. That's just disrespecting towards you. It disrespects your own football club. Disrespects your own football. Your football acting like a sore loser. You deserve to lose the game. Deal with it. Real Madrid don't have a God-given right to win, especially against a better team in Barcelona, a better team that's further down the line in their project. It's got some great players, really great players. So that's one of the reasons he's decided to resign. Which is a shame, because I think Xabi Alonso had that amazing season at Bayern Leverkusen. He had amazing, unbeaten. Couldn't follow it up in the second year. But I don't like it. Manager lasting 6 months with a 70% win rate, and he still has to be resign or be fired. I know it's Real Madrid. And they are the biggest team on the planet. They are the biggest team on the planet, in my opinion. Personal opinion, they are the biggest club on the planet. Just my opinion. But it's never going to work. Yeah, I think Pedri showed what you do. I think Pedri's got his head screwed on right in terms of as a sportsman. He's got his head screwed on straight. Possibly, I think that'd be a good move for Liverpool if Arne Slot decides to get sacked or he decides to resign. I think that's a good. Liverpool fans would love him. They would treat him like They would treat him like a legend, which is what Xabi Alonso is for Real Madrid. He is a legend of that football club, and just a brilliant footballer in his career. So you think the players would respect him more, but they didn't. I wouldn't call that. Mbappe needs to learn a lesson in humility. Alonso to Liverpool, Klopp to Madrid. Maybe. I don't think Klopp would have to sell half the team, Colin. I don't think Klopp can deal with those. One of the things about Jurgen Klopp teams is they are very together. They are very strong together units. I don't think you get that at Real Madrid. Yeah, you're right. You're right. They're not a good team. They've got some great players, but they're not a good team. No, Barcelona are the biggest club. No, Barcelona. Rewind. Barcelona are one of the biggest clubs in the world. Real Madrid have won 12 Champions Leagues. 12 Champions Leagues. They're the biggest. Barcelona are one of them. For sure. One of the 5 elite football clubs. One of the 5 elite football clubs, for sure. Real Madrid are the biggest team on the planet. That's my opinion. Could be wrong. Could be right. It's just like I think Liverpool are now the biggest club. It's 15, isn't it? It's 15. Sorry. 15. Whoops. I missed 3 years of football. Big up Ryan G. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. Real Madrid are the biggest. It's just like Liverpool are now the biggest club in England after winning the league, and after Liverpool equaled Manchester United's league titles, they've got more Champions Leagues. They're the biggest. It's just the way it is. They've won more trophies. Possibly, one I might give you. What I might give you is I think Barcelona have a bigger fan base than Real Madrid. I would consider that Barcelona have a bigger fan base than Real Madrid. But as a football club, as an institution of what they've won, Real Madrid are bigger. For me. I would agree with that, Ryan. They did. I think Man United are bigger than Liverpool. It's a good debate. Man United have a bigger fan base than Liverpool. They've got a bigger fan base, 100%. I think Liverpool now, as a footballing club, I think Liverpool are bigger. Personally, who's bigger, Arsenal or Chelsea? Very difficult question. Historically, Arsenal are a bigger football club than Chelsea. Historically, they're bigger. Over the last 26 years, Chelsea have been a much bigger football club than Arsenal. More league titles, more Champions Leagues, more, I believe, similar. Arsenal have won a similar amount of FA Cups to Chelsea. A few more League Cups. I think if you're going by entire history, I would say Arsenal. If you're saying in the modern era, Chelsea. But I think Chelsea, if they continue this winning run, they will go past you. And it's just, so it's why Arsenal need to start winning trophies again. We got the Too Much Show. We got the Sheriffs in the house. They got the Sheriffs in the house. Good to see ya. Good to see you, buddy. No, you can think that. You can think that. No one's wrong. It's a beautiful thing about football. When we're talking about size of clubs, none of us are wrong because you've all got your own opinion. And that's a great football discussion. For me, Real Madrid are yeah. Fan base numbers don't make, yeah, indeed. Oil money, for sure. For sure. But does that mean Spurs cheated when we were buying footballers in the 60s? Question mark. Question mark. Because Spurs were buying big players for big money. Spurs, you could say, were the first checkbook club. The fact of the matter is, they did have the money. They did buy the players. They did win those trophies. You can't strike off. As much as you'd like to put a black mark against all those trophies, they still won them as a football team. They still had the players to win it. So even if Man City got found and they decide to go nuclear on Man City and get rid of them, they've still won those trophies. You can't take that away from them. We've won 14 FA Cups. They have. You have. You have the most out of any team. Spurs were the first team to win it 8 times. And look where we are now. Chaldea, big up. Brilliant. They allegedly cheated. They weren't anything. That's true. It's true. It's true. But they still did it. It's true. But they still did it. They won it. Every club would accept oil money. As much as we want to be romantic about football, you'd all accept it. You'd all accept it. You didn't do it illegally. We might have done. It was a long time ago now. My centre midfield, big up, Mr. James Flower. Big up to you, sir. Hopefully you're well. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. Unfortunately, Angus, you can't disagree with him. Arsenal are a bigger club domestically than Chelsea. Domestically, Arsenal are a bigger club, but Chelsea have won 2 Champions Leagues, 2 UEFA Cups, and they've got a Conference League. They've won everything in Europe. They've won everything in Europe. In Europe, they are bigger. Even Spurs are bigger in Europe than Arsenal are. Not as a fan base, not as a footballing institution, but as in trophies in Europe, even Spurs are bigger. So Arsenal need to start winning in Europe, even if it's a UEFA Cup. It's a good start. Indeed. Indeed. Number 9's a long way up. We certainly would. Winning is everything. I'm very happy with Conor Gallagher, Ryan. He's miles better than every midfielder we have at the football club. Yes, he's not a sexy name. Yes, he probably won't be a world beater at Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. But as a player we need now, he's miles better than Bentancur. Miles better than Bentancur. He's miles better than Pape Matar. Miles. He's better than Archie Gray. And I like Archie Gray. He's not ready yet. He's clearly not ready. He's better than Bergvall. He will be our best Conor Gallagher will be our best midfielder at the football club. In my opinion, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. It's the beauty. I could be wrong. But as of now, looking at the player, what he's done in his career, he will be Spurs' best midfielder. By far. And most consistent. Big up. Domestically, Arsenal are the 3rd biggest. You would have to agree. I'm not saying we're bigger than you. I'm not saying. Listen to what I'm saying, Angus. Arsenal have not won a major European trophy. They've not. No UEFA Cup, no Champions League. No Conference League. You've not won them. Spurs have. 3 UEFA Cups. 3 UEFA Cups. In Europe, we are a more successful club in Europe, and that is a fact. Arsenal have been an elite footballing institution for many years, but they've got to start winning in Europe. They are a good club, 100%. Indeed. We do need a proper ball playing midfielder as well. But it's a good start. I like Alex Scott as a player. Alex Scott's a good player. Spurs boy as well, so I believe he counts as club trained. Question mark. Alex Scott came through the Spurs Academy before going to Bristol City. I believe it was Bristol City. Let me look. Bournemouth. Yes, he was at Bristol City. Tiger, indeed, the Tiger Cup. All of our they'll never be happy. It's a good signing. It's a good signing. It's a solid signing. Now let's get some more. Let's get better. Better players. We need better players. Poor kids everywhere. Dream. Yes, indeed, mate. They are. If we win the Champions League, it will eclipse everything you've done. It's true. True. But you've got to win it first, Angus. You've got to win it. You've got to win it. We've won our 3 European trophies. We've won them. Good player, Alex. He's a good player. Smith was at Spurs as well. You're right. Indeed. I'd like him at Spurs. Joao Gomez is a good player. I think possibly, Colin. I think possibly. It's not enough. Is this an improvement? Yes. We need more. More. Possibly. But I've said what I've said, Angus. I think Arsenal will win the league this year. And therefore, I believe that Arteta will be the manager next season of Arsenal. Arteta will be the manager of Arsenal next season. And I think Luis Enrique will go to Manchester United. That's what I think, personally. I think he's agreed to go to Napoli this summer. That's all the reports I'm seeing from the Wolves. Possibly. I've not seen... I don't follow Wolves ITKs, Ryan. I'm not on X as it is. I'm not on that garbage platform. I'm not on it. I don't see nothing. I don't know. Maybe. Indeed, Colin. Energy. Aggression. Interceptions. Goals. He scores goals. Need a player. If we get the Conor Gallagher that was at Crystal Palace a few years ago, and even the Conor Gallagher that was at Chelsea doing really well at Chelsea, being a really good captain for Chelsea, we'll have a hell of a player to be in our midfield and run that midfield. Leadership candidate. That's what we need. Need more adults. More adults, please. You could win the domestic treble this year. Absolutely, you could. You could win the treble this year, but you've got to go and do it. If you win the domestic treble, there's no way he's going. It's possible. You could win the domestic treble. I use X for the transfer window. Other than that, it's absolute shite. Agreed. I love how Spurs fans are saying it. Spurs fans are saying it. They're wrong. I've got the ability to say I'm a season ticket holder and I go to every week. And I like Graham Bergvall. I like them as kids. I think they've got talent. They've got the talent. Gray is a child. You can see he's a child on that football pitch. He's nowhere near ready to be a first-team regular for a so-called big club. He's not ready. Bergvall loses the ball too often. All Bergvall does is run round like a busy bee and lose the ball. And I like Berg. I think he's going to be a quality little player in the future. There's a reason why Barcelona wanted Bergvall. But let's not kid ourselves here. If Barcelona signed Bergvall, he wouldn't be in the Barcelona squad. He'd be playing for Barcelona B in the Segunda division, and he would be doing okay, I think. He wouldn't be playing. That's why he came to Spurs, because they said, if you come to Barcelona, you're going to Barcelona B. You're going to Barcelona B and you're learning how to be a footballer. He runs round, makes himself look like he's doing stuff, but every time he gets the ball, he loses it. I think he's going to be a good footballer. But he's not there yet. They could win all four this year. They've got a very good team. Luck of the draw. I think he is as well. I think he will get game time, but he needs to be learning from people, learning from Conor Gallagher, learning from Paulinho. These are good players to learn from. People that have been there, seen it, done it, won trophies at bigger clubs. They've done it. It's a great sponge to learn off of. Learn how to learn that you need to work. It's good. They do have some higher ceilings. Yeah, he's not generational. He's not generational. Sorry. Not generational. I've seen some generational footballers in my time. He's not one of them. Good player. Talented boy. He's got something. He's got a bit of spark. But he's going to have to. He's got to let that spark become flames. Then the flames become a fire. That's what you need to do. He's got a little spark. He needs to mature into an adult. Bargie's a good player as well. I believe it's Bargie, isn't it? I apologies to Rooney, but he looks like a good player as well, doesn't he? Looks like a good player. He does make silly challenges. He makes silly challenges, which is great. He's got passion. He's got desire. He needs to nurture as a footballer. Yeah. Spurs fans will say anything about young players. They're probably saying this new Brazilian left back is the new Roberto Carlos. Indeed. The wrong team could be a real problem. Lookman going to Turkey is an interesting one, Mansa. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. Long time no see. It's a strange one, isn't it? The Lookman going to... It's a very strange one. But if he wants to go there, good move for him. I think he can do better, personally. As of now, the only thing generation about our young players is they belong to a generation of human. Yes, indeed. Generational talent in Swedish football. Sweden has had some good players. Isak's not doing great at Newcastle at the moment. Not Newcastle. Liverpool, but he was top last year. They've had some good players, Sweden. Had some good players. Ibrahimovic, Larsson, all the Larssons. He's a good player. Good player. Oh, I have to wait to be seen, Boris. I have to wait to be seen. Happy New Year, indeed. We've got Inter away, then Kyra at home. You should get through those games. Looks a talented player. I don't think he's crap, Angus. I don't think he's crap. He's a young footballer. This is what young footballers are like. Of course, there's levels to it. I think Bergvall has the chance to be... There's a chance for them to be a good footballer, but needs to grow up a bit. Sapayev from Kairat's a good young player. Not had a chance to watch Kairat. Big up the Uzbekistani league. I believe it's Uzbekistan. Indeed, San Jose Earthquakes have signed Timo Werner. Big up. I was sorry, Ian, but I was really upset that you guys over at Cincinnati didn't sign him because I thought that would have been hilarious. It would have been. I would say you would have pulled your hair out, but like me, you're challenged in the hair department. We're both challenged in the hair department. I don't think you can pull your hair out anymore, but you've been saved. San Jose Earthquakes have saved you, Ian. But it'll be interesting. Yep, he needs to grow. He needs to grow up. He needs to go from being a child to being a man. Fabregas was just a supreme talent. Supreme. Very good footballer. Amazing footballer. Typical Boris. Chelsea taking all the young talents. They are indeed. Fabregas was excellent. He was an excellent footballer. You could tell he was. His best years, of course, were at Chelsea. I would say was a brilliant footballer at Chelsea. Brilliant, just a very ultra talented footballer. The Chelsea are just buying all the kids. They're buying them all. They're buying them all. But it's interesting to see. Hopefully Spurs will make a couple more better signs. Need a left back. Need a better left back. Need a better left winger. Have to get a left winger in. Need a left winger. And I would say another striker. He was very good at Barcelona. He was very good at Barcelona. But I think at Chelsea, when he was a bit older, he controlled games of football. Controlled games of football, right? It was just... Fabregas had the misfortune of being at Barcelona with three of the best midfielders the world has ever seen in Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets. He played a lot of the time as a false nine because Messi was playing a lot as on the left but cutting in. So Fabregas a lot of time was playing as like a false number 9 in some aspects. Very tricky. Those three players. So when Spurs fans say generational, Xavi, Iniesta and Busquets, they are generational. Those are generational footballers. Lionel Messi is a generational footballer. Thierry Henry's a generational. Bergkamp, Glenn Hoddle. What a footballer Glenn Hoddle was. Then you've got players like Frank Lampard in different aspects. Drogba's, Wayne Rooney, Luka Modric. These are generational footballers. Vieira's another one. Harry Kane, my guy. Class A. Players like John Terry. No, Alexis Sanchez wasn't generational. Very good footballer, though. Very good footballer. Ozil, considering Zola was great as well. Zola was brilliant. There have been some excellent footballers. You know the rest. You know the rest. There are some generational footballers. Rivaldo's another one. Ronaldo, R9. Alexis was world class at Arsenal. No, Ian. No. There are some top footballers that have been around. Sergio Ramos is another one. Sergio Ramos, Kaká. You can go all the way. There have been some unbelievable footballers that are generational. Nah. So stop building up footballers for us to cut down. Robin Van Persie, wouldn't call him generational, personally. Oh, that something went wrong there. Ronaldinho. Oh, StreamYard's going all weird. When I put a comment up, it removes my face. How weird. It looks like it's time to end the stream, everyone, because it's breaking. I don't know if that's coming up on your end, but sorry, everyone. But thank you all. Buffon is another one. Indeed, Buffon. Ashley Cole's another one. The best left back in the world. Manuel Neuer. These are generational footballers. These are top footballers. Ribéry, Lewandowski. But thank you all so much for watching. Skippy. No, she's not. No, she's not, Colin. But thank you all so much for watching today's show. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. We'll be back next Monday. We are going skiing tomorrow. So my apologies, everyone. We need a bit of a break. We're a bit tired. We're getting over this super flu. Harry Winks. Indeed, mate. But thank you all so much for watching. Thanks, James. Thank you for everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining the show and being really great. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And as always, everyone, if you should know what the Kauff is brewing. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Ciao for now.
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned where I had sometimes played chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible.